Now, I see we have 5 minutes left, and that was the end of our presentation. But anybody that knows Steve Howe, if you give me a stage, and I'm probably going to make Grayson panic right now, and probably RT, but I got 5 minutes. So if you know me, when I got things in here, I need to tell you. So I wanted to share 2 stories, and to me, they parallel each other. And this is no script. This is what I believe here. So the things that most of you have heard the Steve Howe story over the years, and I talk about as much as I can within that time. But if you ask me, Steve, hey, when was the first time that what was one of the first times that you actually were emotional, got upset, cried, etc.? I'll tell you when it was. I got rolled into this room, and they said, hey, Steve, we need to do this nerve conductive test on your legs. Didn't even know what that word was, but okay. So as she's explaining what she's going to do, she said, I'm going to take a whole bunch of needles, and I'm going to put them in your toes, your knees, your thighs, etc. And as she's explaining it to me, I don't realize that she's already doing it. And she goes, okay, we're all done. And I said, but what do you mean? I didn't feel the needles. And she goes, and she holds my hand, and she goes, I know. That's the problem. I said, well, what does that mean to me? She goes, well, Steve, unfortunately, I'm not the doctor, but I do this every day. You're probably not going to walk again. And remember, you're 22 years old being told you're never going to walk again. Now, I had 3 choices to make that day. First one, I accept what I've been told. I feel sorry for myself. And I live out my life going, hey, this is the best that I'm going to be. Option 2. I can live the status quo life and do everything they tell me to do, physio, massage, all these different things, and still, whatever my result is, it is. Or option 3. I can believe that they don't make that decision. I do. I decide if I'm going to walk again. Not no doctor, not no damn tests, me. So you know what I chose? I chose door number 3. And it wasn't like it happened overnight. It took me about 3 or 4 years to get vertical and not have every crutch and wheelchair on this planet to keep me going. But you know what I did? I did it. I frickin' beat it. But you know what it started with? A belief. Believing in myself that I control my destiny. So now I want to share a different story that parallels this one. I can't speak for everyone on G3, but I can tell you for sure me, and there's definitely a bunch of them as well, have never done a slip operation in their life. I know I definitely haven't. It was very foreign to me. But one of the things I heard when I got to that job was, hey, guess what? When we get to these slips, in 135 years, Keynote's never been able to do it without a recordable. No pressure. So when I heard that, and the team is all knowing that, we again had 3 choices. We just accept whatever our results are and say, hey, we're already defeated because we've never been able to do it, so we live with what we get. We can do the status quo thing and say, hey, here's all our programs and initiatives and things in place. And again, let fate decide its fate. Or 3, we believe. And under Adam Phipps and Jeremy Bing's leadership, our team as a whole believed that we could do that damn slip recordable free. So we took that belief, and the team created this flawless execution plan. Flawless. With that belief in every single step. Then they took that plan, and as a team, we went out there with the belief that we could do it. And for anyone that doesn't know how that story ends, we did our first ever Keynote history slip form operation recordable free. Then we had to do our next one. There was 5 to go, or 4 more to go, sorry. We did the second one, and guess what we did? With that same belief and mindset, we did number 2. Recordable free. But that wasn't good enough for Adam and Jeremy and our team. We said we should be able to do this incident free, without even a damn scratch. And again, we all, as a team, had that belief into our planning, into our execution. And guess what happened? We did the third slip without a scratch, not a hurt. And to cap that story off, we did all 5 slips recordable free. Something that we couldn't even do for one. In 135 years, we did 5, back to back to back. And you know what it started with, guys? A belief. A belief that we could do it. So now I'll tie this all together. Today, you're going to have a whole bunch of information given to you. More tools in the toolbox, lessons learned, experiences that we hope you don't go through. And each individual person in this room gets to make 3 choices on Monday when they go back to work. 1, you do nothing with it. You keep doing what you do. 2, do the status quo. We throw a whole bunch of Kool-Aid down your throat, and you just let fate be fate. Or 4, or 3, you believe. Individually believe that your operation can go incident-free. That same belief that discipline can go incident-free. That job can go incident-free. Believe that this district can go incident-free. And more importantly, as a family, we can do this incident-free if we all believe. But at the end of the day, you guys all make that choice. But I can stand here to say the first one in the district, I believe we can. But now it's up to you. So now I went over my time, but thank you. Now it's off my chest.